the Global Teacher Status of Index 2013. In 2013, the Barclay James Foundation, a non-profit organization registered with the Charity Mission for England and Wales, conducted the first ever Global Teacher Status Index. So the Global Teacher Status Index is based on the deep opinion by populace in different countries that explore the attitudes on the issues ranging from what is fair salary for teachers to whether they are giving pupils or students respect teachers to how highly people rank their own educational system. So a 21 countries survey was conducted from 1,000 representative respondent in each of the following countries. First one, Brazil, China, Czech Republic, Egypt, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Israel, Italy, Japan, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Portugal, Turkey, Singapore, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, UK, and the United States. So these countries were chosen on their performance in PISA and TIMSS assessments to represent each major continent as the representative of different strands of educational system. So it was deemed important to compose a sample in line with the relevant proportions in the populations. This was done by careful consultations of the available country-specific population census information. Quota sampling was used to allocate respondents using the balanced sample of 16 to 70-year-olds, which had sample fractions according to their age, gender, region. The data for this study was collected by the polling company Populous using a web-based survey or WBS. So the index determined the level of respect afforded the teachers in the specific country. So the data included the profile of the teacher respect a teacher as sought as a proficient, contextualized understanding of teacher status, views students' respect for teachers. So these are included. So the Global Teacher Status Index 2013 table. So here are some countries that included in the survey. First one is the China, Greece, Turkey, South Korea, New Zealand, Egypt, Singapore, Netherlands, USA, UK, France, Spain, Finland, Portugal, Switzerland, Germany, Japan, Italy, Czech Republic, Brazil, Israel, and nothing as follows. So as you can see here, the index rating and their respective rank. So as the key questions asked in the survey were: so first one, how teachers are respected in relation to other profession. Second, what is the social standing of teachers? Third one, will parents encourage their children to be teachers? Is it perceived that children respect their teachers? What people think teachers ought to be paid? Should teachers be paid according to the performance of their pupils? How much are teachers trusted to deliver a good education to children? What is the degree of trust of the people have on the educational system? So answers to these questions were collated and clustered in three sections, which are teacher status, perceptions of the teacher, reward, and teacher agency and control. So here the first section, the teacher status or the social status of teachers. Contextual understanding of the teacher status was done by ranking teaching alongside with profession in the country. 2/3 of the countries judged the status of teacher to be most similar to social workers. So these countries include Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Netherlands. The second closest status was to librarians. So these countries include USA, Brazil, France, Turkey. While in New Zealand, people think that the job of teaching is most similar to nursing. China think of teacher as being most closely compared to doctors. However, to determine the social standing of the teaching profession in the order of how they are respected, the results show that there is a higher regard of teachers in the primary or elementary school teachers than in the secondary school teachers and head teachers against 14 other occupations included. So when parents ask if they could encourage their children to become teachers, they summarize answers as follows. So teachers sought after profession. There are 50% of parents in China provide positive encouragement for a child to become teachers. So with South Korea, Turkey, and Egypt. But in Israel, Portugal, Brazil, and Japan are less likely to encourage their children to become teachers. Pupils respected for teachers. In China, 75% of respondents believe that students respect their teachers, compared to only 27% average per country. In Turkey and Singapore have high level of belief that pupils respect teachers with an average of 46%. So across Europe, there are higher levels of pessimism about students' respect or teachers than in Asia and in the Middle East. So in the most European countries, respondents thought that the pupils disrespect teachers than respect them. Here in the next table, the perception of teacher reward is the average actual teacher salary in the countries surveyed. So the respondents were asked if the current salary is too little, too much, or just enough. So as you can see here, in participating country, the actual average salary per year in US dollar. So here, China, $17,730, and so on. Most countries judge a fair rate of pay as similar to teachers' actual pay. In Japan, France, and USA, the actual pay was judged higher than the rate of salary. So majority of the countries think that teachers ought to be rewarded with higher pay than what they are presently getting. So performance related pay. Most countries believe that teachers' salary should be based on the achieved student learning outcomes. So the performance related pay should be used according to performance. So in all 21 countries, more than 59% of people think teachers ought to be paid according to the performance of their pupils. So the average across countries was 75%. 3. Teacher agency and control. So the status of the teacher is also dependent on the people's trust to deliver good education. Based on the results of the surveys, no country gave a rating below 5, suggesting that all countries place satisfactory to positive trust in their teachers. Here in Finland and Brazil, at the top of the table displaying strong trust in their teachers, while Israel, Japan, South Korea, and Egypt are at the bottom of the table, showing limited trust for their teachers. VGF, the Bartley James Foundation Index, will be immensely valuable as a means of stimulating debate on education reform, just as publication of PISA data did as at the turn of the country. For this reason, the BGF Index deserves recognition for the big impact their study has made on future teachers on the Global Teacher Status Index. So, Peter Dalton, professor of economics works at Sussex University, one of the writers of the 2013 Global Teacher Status Index has said, "We find that there are major differences across countries in a way teacher perceived by public. This decides who become a teacher in each country, how they are respected, and how they are financially rewarded. Ultimately, this affects the kind of job they do in teaching our children." So the Holy Son of Lesson 2 describes the current level of basic education schooling where the teachers are supposed to be employed. Teachers can teach in primary or secondary according to their qualifications, and it provided information about the 2013 Global Teacher Index report, which consolidated information from 21 countries worldwide. As future educators, we were informed of how teachers are respected, trusted, how much we're informed of how much influence they have on the educational system. Data vary from country to country, so it's very obvious. If Philippines has been chosen as participant in the survey, do you really think the results will be similar? Thank you.